Hey guys, Adam here from DirectionTrader.com doing a daily recap of the live trading room on April 22nd. We took 3 Russell trades in the room this morning, ended up profiting 8 ticks on it. Nothing crazy. We had a little bit of a case of the Mondays today, kind of slow and sluggish, but anywho. Let's open up here and talk about our pre-market analysis. It all starts with our pre-market analysis, everything we do. We pretty well draw out pre-market exactly what we're looking for, and we try to basically trade in that fashion throughout the day. Pre-market, we were talking about having a sell-off here. We had a nice little chop area here, and we were looking for it to break out to the downside. As you can see, it definitely did that. But what we did was, after the open, we got our trigger line starting to trade down. We pulled back, retested. Prior resistance becomes new support. We retested and shorted that, as you see right here. Now, I went short 2 contracts, only got 18 ticks out of this. I went plus 10 and then got chopped out. If you see this little bitty micro little pushback there, stopped me out at 8 ticks. So I got plus 18 on it. The trade ended up obviously going on to having a nice 70, 80 tick push before it decided to recoil here. Guys in the room did get this full swing. I got stopped out by 2 ticks on that one. Just trail stopped a little bit close, guys. But if you come to my room, you'll see how I actually manage these positions. That stuff kind of happens, but it gets me into a risk-free trade almost immediately. So I only got 18 ticks on that position whenever there's quite a bit of move, but that's completely fine. We had a retest, but that retest happened to come right at the 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern time, which we know the news came out, pushed it down, so we did not get in that position because of the news announcement. And then again, I took another one. Only this time I went half size. I only went 1 contract short. I got a minus 10 stop on this one. I was trying to get a retest back down to the lows, and it just did not happen, guys. I actually got a little bit trigger happy. It started to give me a red bar confirmation. I entered, and it ended up closing green and up. So I got a little bit trigger happy, but I put in very tight stops. And at the time, the tick down here was using the 0 level as resistance. So we were very happy to be short at that time. It just happens to be that the tick decided to have a nice thrust to the upside and got a very small 10 tick stop out, which happens, and then it went into chop. And then again, we did a retest. We had a full swing here. Retest this same level that we were looking at previous. The previous level we were looking at here at the 7 o'clock time when the news came out. News came out, we had a lot of selling go on here, guys. So guess what? I thought, again, that price level would get respected one more time. We got a nice push down, and just in time for it to come back and stop as it went right back to the upside. And this is where we're currently trading at the moment. It's about 10:30 my time on the West Coast here. So just to recap, guys, pretty small day. I mean, we got 18 minus 10 and then break even for 0. We ended up taking 8 ticks out of the market. Nothing crazy. It was a Monday. We were being very, very conservative today. I'm going to bring over the daily chart and show you what I was looking at over here, where I think I might have messed up, or I could have done differently on this second position, which is this one here. I've been talking over the last week about this accumulation area down here. You got accumulation distribution bars all over. Now they're starting to build up down here. You can see all these wicks. I don't trade a lot off of the candlesticks, but they are helpful at times. They're telling you something. As you can see here, there's obviously a nice set of low wicks down here over the course of the last week. Now you can see that in my longer time frame, but it doesn't quite give it justice like this picture here does. Now what happened here, on this first setup here, this one here, we had actually traded down. Here's the range of the previous bar. You have the open and then the close. Open and close of that previous bar. We're talking about Friday, the green bar there. Now what happened here, we traded down, and our entry here happened to be right at the close of Friday's bar. So a lot of people know what Friday's close looks like, so that was a very good shorting opportunity for us. Now, right here, whenever we were looking to enter again at 7 o'clock, I mean, we obviously had very good resistance, but we couldn't get in because of the news. But we also had Friday's open. This is exactly the same level as Friday's open. If you look at my cursors, I'll go to Friday's open right here, and you notice my cursor came in right here at this level. So we wanted to short that, but we just couldn't because of the news, guys. So news was coming out, and I said no trade for me because you never know if good news comes out. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad news. It could spike either way. We ended up getting a lot of sellers on the news, and so we weren't able to get into that position. Now, whenever I say I did a boo-boo here on the -10 stop out I got, what I was doing is this market was down inside of this accumulation area. The market, this current bar, the one that looks like a hammer right now, this current bar was actually trading way down here inside of these candle wicks. And if I would have been paying a lot of attention, we had a very good setup. It had good resistance. We had good tick reading down here in the corner. We had a good tick reading, so we liked the short. It just happened the tick started to tick up, but we probably could have had a little bit of a heads up if we would have known that, hey, the seller or the buyers have came in. Whenever the candles get down into this area, it really forces buyers in, and that's what you can see for now. So the buyers really come in down at that area. So use a daily, even though you're trading intraday, don't be afraid to use a daily candlestick to check out these accumulation and distribution areas. Like up here, you can see this wick. That's an immediate sell-off. So it came up and retested resistance, and then the sellers forced its hand on that market and forced it down. So that's a good sign here. Here's another one. Looky here. After we retested some lows here, it came down on this bar here. That's March 1st. It came down, and then buyers decided to say the heck with it and just bought this thing up like crazy. So if you look at that candle, you have accumulation distribution bars. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right here. And also this one right here. Came down, had a huge sell-off, and then all of a sudden the buyers came in and said, no way, Jose, I'm buying this up. And you see we had a follow-through to the upside on that one. Got a little bit messy here, guys. We kind of get my drift with these candlesticks and why I probably should have been a little bit closer here. I was very, very conservative on my stop. It was a very tight stop. Got ticked out just before it came back in my direction. But anyways, that's enough of that. So today's recap, we got +8 ticks in the Russell market. Kind of conservative, slow. We just took these 3 trades, guys. So if you're interested in watching me trade live, I'm here every day, Monday through Thursday throughout the week. Come take a trial in the live trading room and see if my style matches yours. See if I can help you gain a little bit of consistency and discipline. So, you guys have a good day. Like I said, if you're interested, come by directiontrader.com. Have a good evening.